To verify whether the girl had truly become a vegetable, the killer took a needle and jabbed it repeatedly into her thigh. When he saw she didn't flinch or react at all, he finally breathed a sigh of relief. Not long ago, at a party hosted by the Chable family, the girl was working as a waitress and reached for a drink when she accidentally fell into the pool. After climbing out, she stood in front of the glass doors wringing out her clothes. What she never expected was that a pair of eyes were staring at her from behind the glass. The girl's beautiful face and perfect figure set the Chable's young master's imagination running wild. When the party ended and the girl was cleaning up the room, the young master walked over. He approached her with sleazy advances, but she pushed him away in annoyance. As she tried to leave, the young master blocked her path and attempted to assault her. In desperation, the girl grabbed a nearby wine bottle and smashed it over his head. Terrified, she ran and bumped into a man wearing glasses. Thinking she'd found her savior, she desperately begged the bespectacled man to help her, but it turned out he was friends with the young master. Instead of helping her, he threw her violently to the ground. The girl was overwhelmed with fear and helplessness. What could she possibly do against two men? All she could do was fight back with everything she had and pray for a miracle. Meanwhile, the girl's father grew worried about his daughter and drove to the Chable family's suburban villa to pick her up. He called out her name as he searched everywhere. Suddenly, he heard her screams coming from upstairs. Sensing something was wrong, her father rushed upstairs and ran into the bespectacled man standing guard at the door. Seeing the man's panicked expression, the father knew something terrible was happening. He charged forward to save his daughter, but the bespectacled man blocked him. The two men grappled with each other, but the aging father was no match for the younger man. Eventually, he was pushed down the stairs. The girl's father lay motionless on the ground. The bespectacled man panicked and rushed over to check on him, only to discover that the father had stopped breathing. At that moment, the young master was still trying to assault the girl upstairs. Completely unaware of what had happened below, the young master shoved the girl onto the bed and began tearing at her clothes like a madman. No matter how much she screamed, it was useless. The girl fought back with all her strength and kicked the young master away. She ran to the balcony, and as he was about to break through the door, she climbed over the railing to the outside. The young master tried to talk her down, telling her not to do anything stupid, but the girl knew that if she climbed back in, she would inevitably be violated by this man. To preserve her dignity, she let go without hesitation. In an instant, the white snow on the ground turned red. The young master was completely stunned. He stumbled downstairs hoping to get help from the bespectacled man, only to find another body lying there. The two men cowered in a corner, trembling with fear. The young master told the bespectacled man there was another one outside, then stumbled out the door. He knelt helplessly in front of the unconscious girl. The bespectacled man followed him out. With two people dead, they had no idea what to do. After blaming each other for a while, the bespectacled man was the first to regain his composure. He suggested they dispose of the bodies secretly. If they hid them well enough, they could get away with it. They decided to stage the father and daughter's deaths as a car accident. Just as they loaded the bodies into the car, the young master's sister and the family driver returned home.